Well, we are going to take you on a special treat, a walk through the old town of Hora. We show you the map and see how small this little village is. Really, it's only less than a square mile, and we're going to spend about an hour walking with our local guide all the way around it through the quaint, narrow pedestrian lanes of the old Hora, the village that wraps around the monastery with narrow alleys and staircase streets winding through an ancient residential complex, past houses that have been occupied for centuries. According to an exaggerated boast in the Green Michelin Guide, these buildings form the finest architectural group in the Aegean. You can't get lost if you just keep heading around, around. Now and then you can see the monastery up above. Get your bearings. It's a small village and you want to circumnavigate it all the way around back to where you started. Oh, it should only take you about 1 hour or less. It makes a nice little adventure. Most tourists overlook this, but it's just as easy to walk a little bit through the village on your way back to catch the bus back to the boat. In our case, it was very easy because we had our skilled local guide to walk us through and point out the highlights.
You cannot even go through. Like it's pushing, to go through. Wanting people to travel. Many times people they don't have any space for anything. They just have a whole block and just leave it around because there's a helicopter here, there's another one here, there's a restaurant here, there's another couple of nurses that have some truck here. Sometimes most people they come here, sometimes they do also like things in the person or something like that. Very interesting. I always love also when I come here and just look now, but it's beautiful. It's very small and peaceful. Very volunteers. They need them, but at the same time, they are also very happy for this public now that we can again join our families to our kids, lead us a little bit and figure out how the keys generally. We start to watch them here. I'll try to talk to you if you make one line around the ministry. I can leave them away in home. I understand the truth. I'm not bound by it. Look the way to be here. You see that mountain that is no longer surface. It's a very surface possible line. It's a very nice village, and actually the city is one of the best places, but it's kept up well, and they don't let people do their own. And they should buy a house here, except that it's very expensive. In fact, you're not even allowed to demolish a wall from inside. For anything that you want to do, you must cross the pollution to the department. So this one here, this one is being because for 2 points for when you move here. Okay? Also, then I have but this is the last holiday in terms of really nice. You know, we have very famous people after the times of because of all these people that are in houses. The last few children of the United States were all visit Patmos. I love it. Planning and saying, children, important people, it says, VIP people, children in Patmos. We have 3,000 inhabitants. As I told you, we have 41 villages. How many churches and chapels do we have in Patmos? We'll give you numbers. We'll give you 25. 20, 50. Okay, they are almost over 400. Like a lot. They just create small chapels. They're all offered Christian churches. Yeah, many of them are actually in the mountain. The people they not part of the walk, they do the protocol. You see many times it's not small path from anywhere, and you listen, you're not coming. You're here, I told them. They're going to make one block long. We're just going to make one block, not more. That is fair. But this will be right when we go now. This is fair, Lord, it's good kindness. But I don't think it's for following from here.
Well, it's been quite a stroll with our local guide, walking through what looks like tunnels. This little village is so densely populated that the homes in some cases go right over the little pedestrian streets. beautiful whitewashed structures with some colorful doors. It's really a marvel of architectural engineering sitting up on top of the hill. This Hora was the original old town of the island, growing up around the monastery. You can still get around here by motor scooter or moped. No cars allowed, though, of course, just walking otherwise. Got to bring in all your groceries by foot and haul everything out the same way. It's really a wonderful human scale kind of a dwelling place. This is typical of many of the Greek villages throughout the Greek islands, but so many visitors fail to see it. They just look at the waterfront, they'll look at a couple of main tourist sites, but with World Traveler, we always like to take you deep into that local culture, show you where the locals live. Here's the local city hall. This Hora up on the hill is actually the capital of the island. Got quite a few resident cats as well. The Greeks love their cats, whether it's on the Greek islands or in the cities on the mainland. You're going to find cats just about everywhere. And generally, they're very well taken care of, too. This is a real clean, happy little family. And the owner arrives. He's got a bag full of goodies for the cats, probably. Like the Pied Piper, they all go chasing after. Well, that was our walk around this charming little village of Hora in the center of the island of Patmos. Now we'll get back on our bus and ride on to the next spot. We're getting off at the Cave of the Apocalypse. This is where St. John wrote the book of the Apocalypse. It's the last gospel of the New Testament, all written up by St. John here in this cave. Also called the Book of Revelation, it foresaw the campaign of Armageddon, the second coming of the Messiah with the restoration of peace to the world and his 1,000-year reign, and the imprisonment of Satan until loosed for the final rebellion, God's final judgment over Satan. It is a very special space, half cave, half structure, where St. John lived while writing the book of the Apocalypse. One of the oldest families of Patmos. My name is Putin, and my grandparents, long time, they came here. After we found they built a monastery, we were from the first people that came here in Patmos.
I don't know. I mean, because actually we are the first generation of being mixed up. My wife is from home, my brother is married with an English lady, my cousin who was a wife from Spain, I have another cousin who was from Sweden, and here it's like we are the ones who are actually at night to the rest of the world. Yeah, that's yeah. Yes, it's totally different now. Yes, absolutely. That's very nice because this is the rain, permanent. That's a very good thing for the island, but for people who really want to kind of look for very good, not really money. Because we talk about distances from Hora to Scala to Scotland, where Patmos became really famous from Greece, from Germany, that we was exactly on Patmos. Of course, the two things that we first mentioned were very organized by the early Romans. One of them was France, another Romans or Orleans. In Patmos, we have the Romans. And Germany, because we are all the way down.
You can see the high school of Patmos. It's not a monument, but I like to mention that because for us it's very important. We have the last 19 years, and before that we didn't have a high school. Most of the kids they didn't complete their studies, so they stay with a low education, something very bad for the island. Now because of this high school, we have a lot of kids that they continue universities in Athens, Thessaloniki, and also some cities outside in Europe, in Paris, in London, and we have also one guy that went to MIT in Massachusetts.
Well, then you return to the harbor for a short souvenir stop.
Thank you very much. I'm very being with you. I'm actually from very different to the island, and I'm going to be very well. Last year I did one of the biggest trips ever. I went to New York for 23 holidays. Not holidays, I'm going to come to Europe. Thank you very much. Thank you very much to the other for Ghana. And I'm very glad for the trip and very glad to take things back to the island. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, we have some more time for another walk around the village of Scala on the shores of the Aegean Sea here on the island of Patmos. It's a charming little spot. Sidewalk cafes, there's restaurants. You could grab a quick bite if you like. Some inexpensive gyros sandwich is always a lovely Greek treat. And there's several places that serve it here on Patmos. Tasty, quick, and not expensive. Of course, we'll be getting back on our cruise ship in a short while, and there will be fed lunch. You get dinner, breakfast, all the meals on board the ship as we line up for the tender for the short shuttle ride back to our ship to continue our cruise through the Greek islands. We have a new website called tourvideos.com. This is a collection of over 400 movies all about the world. These travel videos take you to Europe and North America, South America. We've got France, Italy, Germany, England, Paris, London, Rome, Brazil, Peru. And these movies are all free and easily available at tourvideos.com.